Isa mong date.
Ikaw daw, kasabalo.
Oh my God, Daniel Padilla, Patrick Fernando.
Daghan kaayong salamat for the full support of the Damanusap North Mid Chapter!
It's like a dream come true to me. I never imagined my life standing here in front of you with all the wet fires. I am so happy and overwhelmed with all your support.
2022 is a great year to start for our union of all wedding suppliers in Northern Mindanao.
na gusto natin. I believe iba-iba ang mga profession nyo. Pero mas pinili natin na ito ang trabaho natin at ito ang maging negosyo natin. Kasi mahal natin itong industriya na to. Kaya natin magtrabaho kahit nakakalaban tayo sa dito.
Thank you so much, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to please do your best. Work hard lang kita because we plan that we will have another like this next year. So we are going to observe all of you, makeup artists, coordinators, event stylists. Who knows, you will be the next awardees of Wedding Supply Association of the Philippines. Thank you so much.
on. Spread the love, everyone. And welcome for today's episode of our talk show entitled Let's Talk About Weddings. Please allow me to begin by introducing myself. My name is Ricardo Zahari MD is the third, and I'll be your host for today's episode of El Tao. And of course, I would like to greet everyone who visits our Facebook page and watches our YouTube channel. I hope you're all sitting tight and ready to listen. Okay, so just to see how our viewers are doing, please leave a comment or heart reaction in the comment section below. Ayan po. Ay, hello po, ma'am. Ma'am Bianca Panginiban, watching from Taytay Rizal. Hello po. Ma'am Shari Hernandez po. Hello po, good morning po. Ayan. So, now I guess po, we'll proceed. And I know na we're all inching to welcome our guest speaker na. But before anything else, we'd like to express our gratitude to the following sponsors for today's support of today's episode. Our sponsors are MedResults, Accounting Portal Philippines, Alabang Real Estate Directory, Philippine Workshops, Mobile Palengke, Philippine Travel Expo, Philippine Virtual Expo, Online Pasalubong Center, and Philippines Hotel Directory. Now, for our viewers, again po, if you have any questions during the broadcast, please leave them in the comment section. There will be a time set aside at the end of the event for the questions and answers. So again po, please po, mag-comment lang po kayo. We would love your input po. Ay, ayan, may mga nag-shoutout. Hello po, Ma'am Kay from Dasmariñas, Cavite. Sir Dovan from Antipolo. And WSAP po from Bacoor, Cavite. Yan, hello po. So, without further ado po, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today. He is the owner of the Studio 28 Creatives Premium Wedding Photo and Video. They offer astonishing videography and photography that really satisfies their customers and clients and make every wedding vows more meaningful and creative. All the way from Caboyo, Laguna, here he is. Please welcome him po, the entrepreneur and business owner of Studio Creatives, Mr. Richardson Velasco. Hello po, Sir
Hello.
Richard.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning po.
I'm
Nice meeting you po. Is it po Sir Richard or Sir Richardson po? Ano po yung mas better po?
Richard will do.
Yun po. Hello po, Sir Richard.
Yeah.
How are you feeling
Hi.
today, sir?
I'm fine. Actually, we had several weddings yesterday, and finally got
Mm,
the time to join Wedding Suppliers of the Philippines on this interview.
ay, grabe po, sir. Mukhang busy po pala talaga kayo and so po, we appreciate you po for coming today. Okay lang po if I can ask po if it is your first time na may interview?
Actually, not no, kasi sometimes I've been a guest speaker on also on schools, on other workshops. Pero if talking about business, maybe this is like this first time. If it's we're talking about really
Ah,
business things. Kasi mostly it's all
yung
about
sa
photography.
okay po.
Yep, go ahead.
Yun. Wala po sir, sabihin ko lang sana na that's po kasi yung first interview ko kaya I'm very excited po sa magiging usapan natin
Mhm.
today, sir.
Okay,
Actually po,
I see.
I've been very nervous po since this morning about hosting for today po.
Mhm.
Ano po ba? Uh, you po being sabi niyo po sir, nakailang ano na kayo, interview na kayo. Ah, na kinakabahan pa po ba kayo?
Well, of course, syempre nandiyan pa rin yung kaba, no? Kasi you're facing different people, you're with the different hosts, you're talking about different things, no? But siguro one objective of this kind of stream is to educate people and also inspire their aspirants. Na they wanted to create a business on which is linear to wedding industry. So, yeah, maybe they can learn a lot of things from you and me, from us from this interview.
Yes po. And so ano po sir, mukhang marami-rami na po nung nanonood ngayon, would you introduce yourself po, a little bit more about yourself po to the
Okay.
to the audience po, just to get to know you
Uh,
a little bit better po.
Okay, so I'm Richardson Velasco. I'm the owner of Studio 28 Creatives. And actually, it's like we started, no, like 2015 or 16. So we don't have any clients at all. So it's like we created the Facebook page. Parang one whole year walang nag-inquire, no one's booking, no one's trusting the service. Kasi the most important thing in our industry is the trust. So we need the client's trust dun sa ating businesses. So yun yung naging challenge. Then after several years, then we finally got the first client that we've handled. So talaga we gave our best of that. And siguro after and then several trials, no, sometimes you fell down, you get up, no, and then we finally yun nga, we finally been a little bit stable, no, we have weddings almost every day. And yun, I'm only like 22 years old. I started when I was like 15 or 14. Actually, photography is really my hobby when I was a little kid pa talaga. So it's like when I was 8 years old, I have my own camera. I wanted to buy a professional camera, but it's really expensive. So you cannot afford that. No? Pero yun nga, I just continue dreaming na I want to have my own camera. So doon siya nag-start lahat.
Opo. Actually po, sir, that's so much information po. I feel like
Mhm.
po, it's a lot to know about you, sir. And actually po, I'm very surprised na you're still 22.
Yeah, turning 23 this
Actually
year.
po, I'm also 22, pero grabe ang layo ng agwat natin, sir, ah.
Mhm.
Um, so ayun po, as you mentioned po na na-passion niyo talaga yung videography or photography po.
Mhm.
Sa tingin mo po, isa po ba yang important factor sa naging ano niyo ngayon, naging success niyo ngayon?
Mhm. Yes, Zach. No? So, syempre, it's like 90% of the ingredient, kumbaga, when you're starting a business. It has to be your passion. No? It's not, it doesn't have to be a photography business or kung ano mong business like baking business, you have to be a baker. No? So it's have to be your passion and your hobby. So it starts with an hobby. You're a little kid, you're discovering that you want to do this, then after a few years you earn money from that, you become a professional photographer, no, after that you invest, then you make your own, now you're in an entrepreneur. So it starts with a passion talaga. It's really important kasi if you started a business that's not your passion, no, talagang parang 50% it will not last kasi hindi mo siya gustong gawin. Kasi as I've mentioned niya kanina, when I started, one whole year wala kaming client, walang nag-inquire, wala talagang nagpa-shoot ng weddings or kahit ano. So, hindi ko siya sinubukan kasi it's my passion.
Okay po. So I guess po, sabi niyo important yung passion sa pag-start, hindi po ba? Meron po ba kayong ibang drive para i-push na yun? Kasi po, halos lahat naman po ata tayo may passion, hindi po ba? Pero onti lang yung mga talagang pinupush na gawing for life na yung passion nilang yun. Ano po yung drive niyo para gawing business ito?
Siguro, parang medyo nakakatawa lang kasi when I was studying, I really wanted to become a chemical engineer. So talaga yun yung gusto kong gawin. Kasi first of all, when you hear the word engineer, talaga parang very successful. No? Kasi when you hear the word photographer, parang people think na parang minimum wager lang, maliit yung kinikita, parang kumbaga may discrimination when it comes sa
Opo.
society natin. No? So sabi ko noon when I was studying, kumbaga, if I will be waiting for me to graduate, parang matatagalan when I will earn my own money and to fulfill what I want, to also to give my parents, kumbaga, yung mga bagay na gusto nila noon pa. So, it will take some time. So, once, when I, like, siguro I tried lang, siguro that's the biggest gamble that I did, no, is I left school. So, I wasn't able to finish college. No, so, yun yung pinakamalaking ginawa ko and I was also thankful for that kasi I focused on what I want to do, na it's my career, this is my passion. Kasi I also believe when we're hiring people, I do not look too much of the background na if you're a graduate of De La Salle or you have this attainment, well, we mainly focus on what you can do on the field. Kasi it's more of the, kumbaga,
Yung skills po, no?
applied learning. Yes, it's more of the skills. So siguro yun yung nag-push sa akin, no, is first is I wanted to become a little bit successful siguro and I wanted to fulfill my passion to earn money with what with what I love to do.
Okay po, sir. Eh, sa tingin mo ba would you recommend po yung path na take niyo po in order to get where you are now po? Yung pag-drop out, yung pag-sacrifice ng everything para sa passion mo. Would you recommend po yun sa iba?
Siguro yung pag-drop out na part hindi naman nire-recommend kasi maraming parents talagang they encourage their kids na makapagtapos ng pag-aaral, no? Kasi yung iniisip ko lang, my mindset is like, what will be my objective ba after I graduate? So I think, I always think about the future, no? All of the risks na pwedeng mangyari. No? Sabi ko, if I graduated having the degree that I attained, which I dream of being a chemical engineer, what will I do after 2 3 years after I graduate? Siguro if what I recommend to other people, if you have a passion, especially if in photography, you can start like being a freelancer muna. I started as a working student pala, no, o back on the high school years. No, I shoot and then I study. So at the same time, I earn a little bit. Then hanggang sa dumating yung time, I do not rely too much on my parents kasi I earn my own na. So yun yung i-recommend ko sa kanila kasi sa photography, siguro madali lang makakuha ng inspiration kasi you wanted to buy the cameras that you dreamed of, the lenses that you want talaga, yung mga, kumbaga, talang fulfillment yan pag nabili mo yung camera. So, yun yung isa talagang magpupush sa'yo na talagang mag-hard work para mabili mo yung camera na gusto mo dati pa. No? So, yun yung talagang pwede mong gawing inspiration.
Actually po, that's very inspiring, sir, na even though nag-aaral ka na, may time, meron ka talagang time na sinet for freelancing po. So
Yes.
so ngayon po, sir, you're considered a professional na po, hindi po ba? Does this require training? Meron po ba kayong mga seminar na tinake? Meron ba kayong mga course po na tinake? Ano po ba yung naging experience niyo, sir?
Okay. Actually, for this one, for skills, kasi as I've mentioned, parang talaga hobby ko talaga siya when simula pa, siguro 7 years old pa lang or 8 years old. I always go to YouTube. Even yung YouTube dati, hindi pa siya ganun ka-popular. Medyo few uploads pa lang. I always search on the internet. If I wanted to learn something, I always ask Google, no, how do you do this? How do you do that? Siguro that's where I get the basic information on how to use the camera or what lenses should be used on this particular shot. It's very crucial sa atin sa photography. And then after a few years siguro, once you entered freelancing, you shoot with different people, you shoot different clients or couples. Now you also learn more ideas from other people. So that's the biggest help of freelance. So you get more ideas from different people, different places. Also, you learn, kumbaga, their different culture then. Kasi sometimes we travel to other parts of the Philippines then. So you learn everything. Plus, you travel a lot. So every day different working environment. So hindi ka magsasawa. Kumbaga, you're not getting burnt out kahit every day mo pa gawin.
Ah, okay po, sir. So parang ano po 'yan, parang kumbaga po nag-amass ka po ng sobrang daming experiences and that's what made you who you are right now po. Um,
Yes, most probably.
so ano po, about naman po sa business naman po ito. If meron na ba kayong na-experience na client na difficult, yung hindi po sumusunod sa flow or lagi lang may kontra sa process nyo? Ano pong ginawa nyo and how did you solve po yung ano na yun, problem na yun?
For that, no, usually talaga every day kasi different clients. So you don't know what to expect on that client kasi you only talk to them virtually, online sila mag-reserve. So you don't really know the client. So what I really suggest talaga is you have to meet your clients, no, either through online meeting. Kasi pag usap mo yung client, you already know kumbaga, their attitude, what they want, what they do not like. So, kumbaga, you can already expect that once you're already on the wedding day itself, no? Pero when it comes to clients that are sometimes are really hard to handle, no? Which happens often na talaga, may mga clients na ayaw magpa-shoot, medyo mahiyain, or Medyo yung iba naman, they don't prefer talagang too much of the parang photo sites. Medyo nahiya sila. So we adjust,
Mm.
no? So we adjust on our side na kasi we don't want na pilitin si client kasi medyo yun may ayaw niya. So we try to make a different approach for them. So para yung client, they will become comfortable with the team on their experience on their wedding.
So ano po 'yun 'no? So hindi lang basta yung mga photogenic, yung mga outgoing na
Mm.
clients yung ina-accept niyo. So even if yung mga yung gusto siya ano lang, ah, shy lang siya or gusto niya isang pic lang, ano pong ano niyo dun?
Yes, actually we do not do client profiling naman. We do not pick clients na gusto lang namin i-accept.
Ah,
We accept everyone. No, kaya lang some of the clients talaga medyo mahihiyain sila or sometimes they have like a wedding na medyo simple lang talaga yan. So we accommodate everyone. Yeah. As I've said, we have different approach for every different wedding. Kumbaga, the service that you will be availing from us is it's customized every client. Every day it's different. So we don't do it like the same. What we did yesterday, we'll do it today. Kasi different people.
sir, that sounds ano po, very tiring po for one person po. So if I may ask po, if you have staff po ba, sir?
Yes, we do have photographers and videographers. Actually, right now, they have a shoot then. No, so,
Ah,
kumbaga, it's really purely teamwork talaga siya. So, when it comes, especially for production work, talagang teamwork.
sir,
So, you
nabanggit niyo po
brainstorm.
kanina yes, sir.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask, sir, kasi yes, nabanggit mo kanina na hindi ka nag-differentiate ng mga nag-graduate sa ganito, sa Lasal or sa mga freelance lang, sa mga staff mo. Ano po ba yung hinahanap niyong quality sa isang staff?
Number one kasi what we look for, or other companies look for din, no? Not ours lang siguro, is number one is the attitude of the person. No, if a person kasi is really good, is if he thinks he's really good in what he's doing, he doesn't, it's not open up on learning, or kumbaga ayaw niyang paturuan siya, then it's really hard. No, if you're getting someone who really thinks he's really good at what he's doing, then marami magiging problems kasi number one, yun nga, hindi siya magpapaturo. He won't be allowing for you to step on his ego kasi nga I'm a graduate of Benilde, I'm a master in photography or whatsoever. Pero nga lang kasi sometimes the approach is different. So kumbaga kanya-kanya may style. Actually, maraming photographers na, yun nga, sa group, no? I think you also know, maraming photographers na wala namang attainment ng ganito, ganyan, na hindi siya graduate, pero they're really good at what they do. So we give them also chance, no? Pero we don't say na we don't accept people with degree kasi also that's a plus lang. So that's a plus, no? Pero the thing that's really important is on how you handle, on how you work, on how you treat your workmates, on how you speak with the client, your communication skills, and siguro plus na yung skills. Kasi yung skills pwede siyang i-develop. Pero yung attitude, medyo mahirap siyang i-adjust kapag may attitude talaga yung person. So that's what we're looking for. Is number one, attitude.
Okay po. So, naghahanap po kayo ng bilang ah, team member muna bago yung skills niya as a person po. So, ano po,
Yes.
sige po.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tatanong ko lang po, since natanong ko po kanina if meron kayong naging difficult clients, and sabi niyo nga po is, since everyday iba-iba yung gusto ng mga iba't ibang clients niyo, how do you brief yung yung staff niyo? How do you relieve stress? Kasi po I imagine that's very stressful na araw-araw iba-iba yung gusto. Ano pong ginagawa niyo para makatulong dun?
Mm. Siguro for that, no, sa katagalan na rin nila nagsushoot, parang alam na rin nila. No, when they go to the wedding preparation pa lang, they see the environment, they see the mood of the people. Kumbaga, they also get a glimpse already on what this client wants. Kumbaga, without even talking. So, kumbaga, merong like non-verbal communication with the client. So, that's attained already after several years of doing what we do in the industry. Kumbaga, when I see this bride, I know already like 80%, 70% of what she does not want or what she prefers on her videos or her photos. So more of the experience talaga. And if some clients they request meeting, so we meet them virtually para they have the detailed what they want on their video if they have a request or some sort of a peg. Kumbaga, meron silang gustong parang i-achieve na peg sa video. So yun, we meet them, yun yeah. And sometimes we don't meet already. Kumbaga, we already know. Kumbaga, we can read their mind already, yun yeah, non-verbally. Parang feeling namin ito yung gusto ng client. We ask them, do you want this type of photo ba or more of the candid shots? Yeah.
Okay po, may input pa rin po kayo. Hindi lang lahat client po.
Yes. Some of, actually majority of the clients they allow us to express our creativity. Actually, that's what they're paying kasi is the creativity that they'll get. So most of the clients they allow us to be very vocal when it comes to creativity. And siguro very few na lang yung may mga requests. Pero syempre, hindi porket we have our own style is we will push this style to them. So we always listen to clients on what they want, what they prefer. Kasi they'll be the one who will be having the photos for their lifetime kasi para maging maganda rin sa kanila.
Sabagay po. Meron po ako nababasa na ang sabi daw, yung wedding and yung photos and videos po is as important as the wedding itself. How do you feel about that po?
Actually, that's really true, no? The photos and videos those are kumbaga parang pinaka-important sa isang event, isang wedding actually. Kasi it cannot be undone or it cannot be undo. Hindi siya maulit-ulit. So talagang yung photos it has to be really quality. At least kung hindi man quality, at least decent pictures na mabibigay natin sa couple. So when you started kasi syempre when you started a photography business, medyo mahirap ma-achieve yung mga, kumbaga, talagang magandang outstanding pictures considering wala ka pang camera and all. Pero you can give them decent outputs, no? Yung pictures na maayos, malinis makita, maliwalas. You can give that to clients that will be kasi their lifetime memory already on what happened throughout the day. So our job is to document what they do on their wedding day. So minimal directing na lang. Most of the documentation talaga kung ano yung mangyari, especially for the video, no? Mostly of the videos is documentation of the wedding.
Okay po. Actually, sir, ano po, speaking of the video, nakita ko po na meron kayong same day edit. How does that happen po? Parang I've been to events, sir, and may mga napanood na akong same day edits. Parang na-impress ako na, grabe, parang ang bilis naman i-edit yan pero may quality. How do you do it po ba, sir?
For that, as I've mentioned, yeah, I started as a freelance. So I started as a freelance editor. So I had my laptop lang. Kumbaga kasi I wanted to edit every day. So yun yung parang gusto kong objective to several years ago. Gusto ko mag-edit. So, pero I don't have anything to edit. So what I did is, yun nga, once I've entered the freelance world or the wedding industry, so I saw na parang this is what I want. So I wanted to shoot and I want to edit. But I don't technically wanted to shoot weddings talaga. Pero yun nga, sabi ko kasi I wanted to become a vlogger dapat kasi I wanted to shoot then to edit. Kaso, it's really hard to earn when it comes to YouTube on vlogging. You have to be really famous. So good thing I landed up on a wedding industry na you don't have to be very, very famous in order for you to earn at least 1,000 pesos. Sabi nila, kasi yun nga, it's all about passion and trust lang. So yung sa SDE naman, how do we do it? No? So we have editors who are editing the video and we have shooters who shoot the wedding day. So after they shoot, they give the files to the editor, then he edits the SDE. So yun tinawag the same day edit. Actually, SDE was like started 2016. Actually, ngayon lang siya talaga nag-boom. 2019, 2020. Talagang pag sinabing wedding, SDE na yung kasama. Kasi dati kasi pwedeng walang same day edit. Ngayon, parang pag sinabi mong wedding, there should be SDE on the wedding. So that's how we do it now. We have editors on the wedding day, then they do create the same day edit. They edit the video on site.
Ganun pala yun. Akala ko yung mismong shooter yung mag-e-edit eh. So, sir,
Pwede rin naman.
na-mention niyo po na na gusto niyo pala maging vlogger pala. So, if I may ask po, aside from wedding teams po, and yung vlogger nga po na sabi niyo, ano po yung mga teams na dapat gusto niyong gawin, mga idea po na gusto niyong gawin na hindi niyo nagawa kasi from factors po?
Mm-mm. Yeah, actually, when it's like 2015 or 14, I started to start a YouTube channel. So I do gaming videos, and kasi the objective lang talaga is I want to edit videos. So I want to like practice editing. So siguro I sustained that for almost like 6 months. I got to 1,000 subscribers, but I've earned only like $0.40 due to ad revenue. So sabi ko talaga parang hindi siya pwedeng gawing passion. So medyo mahirap. No, you have to be really really famous. So I've said na siguro hindi siya para sa akin kasi una-una I'm not really good in playing games. I do not watch yung mga anime and all. I do not play too much. Wala akong inaadikan na laro. So I've said na it's not siguro it's this track is not for me. I really wanted to edit but I do not want to kumbaga to become a content creator myself. So
Mm,
I considered also going on multimedia on studying kasi I wanted to become like a director, film director sana. Pero logically speaking, medyo imposible din siya maging film director kaagad once you graduated. So, kumbaga I
yes, sir.
always consider realistically. Pwede naman tayo maging objective, pero we have also to be realistic no, when we think or when we dream. So, yun, I've ended up on wedding kasi gusto ko yung I express my creativity, I shoot myself, then I edit. So I can, kumbaga, I can call it my own, kumbaga, my own video. Then when I see the clients watching the video, the same they edit, then when pag nagustuhan na yung video, they clap, kumbaga, they express their gratitude. So yun yung parang fulfillment sa amin. Then the next na siguro, yung payment nila, kumbaga, parang bonus na yun. Kasi if it's talaga your passion, kahit malit yung ibayad sa'yo from the start, you won't be counting too much of the money part. So more of the experience talaga.
Mm. Parang ang galing po ng journey niyo, sir, Parang iba-iba yung na-try niyo, but in the end, nahanap niyo din yung space kung saan kayo mag-thrive.
Yes.
So, I guess ano po, fun question lang. Meron po ba kayong like weirdest thing na your client suggested to do? Parang theme ng photoshoot that really stood out for you.
Mhm. Siguro sa amin na once when the client suggested they want like a music video for their prenup film kasi that's not something that we do normally. So kumbaga si client they showed a music video of this one. Kumbaga they wanted to do this type of video. So it's really it's medyo tiring siya kasi merong brainstorming, nag-meeting kami what they want to achieve or on how the client wants to create the video. Well, good thing the client is like parang ganun din yung character nila dun sa video. Mahilig sila mag-rap, kumanta. So we did that in Tagaytay. Siguro that's like 2 years ago. The client is very kind then. Na madali silang i-direct. It's actually more of the directing parang sa client na naggaling. On us, we just did the editing and then the video. The concept is from the client. So yun yung gusto rin namin kasi we learn something from the clients also na imagine normal people they can create their own concept. They're very creative. So what we learn is that people are very creative. No? They have creativity inside of them. Na kumbaga, they can express that. We can put it into reality. So we're also open for from that kind of perspective. So it's not like as I've said, it's not more of us lang. We also communicate with other clients kung ano yung gusto nila ma-achieve. Then we talk about that. So yun yung siguro yung sa akin pinaka different type na ginawa namin sa studio. Yung music video na prenup.
Actually, sir, sa way ng pag-explain mo about yung araw-araw kayong may na-receive na bagong idea, yung
Mhm.
creativity from the clients. It sounds fun po na mag ano ba, makinig sa mga clients parang kung ano yung idea nila. And
Mm-mm.
ayun po parang I personally gusto ko ma-experience kung mapalaran man ako. Ayun,
Mhm.
sir. So I guess po all I've been hearing po, sir, is ano, parang the good part po. Ano po ba yung the most challenging parts of being in the photography and videography industry?
Mhm. Most of the challenging part siguro is when you started, no? Sabi nila, building a business is really easy. You can have the capital, you can have all of the means to start. But to sustain the business is a little bit challenging. No? There's a lot talaga na you have kumbaga kailangan mo pagtiyagaan. So number one is you have to be very objective na you just have to focus on one thing. I want to have like a 10,000 followers on my Facebook page by the end of kunyari, by the end of this year. So you have to be objective lang. You have to think and think. Actually, I believe in the law of attraction. No, kasi parang pag inisip pa siya ng inisip, then there will be a way on how you can achieve that. Siguro you just don't have to keep on changing your vision. Maniwala ka lang. You just have to trust na it will happen. Siguro there will be a time, no, but it will happen then for some of the people. No? May oras din na mangyayari yan.
Kumbaga po you manifest success, ganun po ba 'yan?
Mhm. Yes, siguro also you claim success kasi if you always think na you're doing the right thing, wala kang ginagawang mali, siguro kahit hindi ka sobrang galing, basta you're doing the right thing, then it's impossible for you not to be successful, no? Kasi I believe na wala namang taong hindi masipag na hindi siya umaasenso. If you're really hardworking, then I'm positive na you'll be successful na dun sa ginagawa mo. Even other professions, no? Not only photography, also other our fellow members, no? So hosting, sa kung ano man like coordinating, etc. If it's your passion, talagang you'll end up successful. So malit
Okay
na yung
po.
chance mag-fail kapag passion.
Okay po, thank you po. Ano po, I mentioned po kanina yung challenges po.
Mhm.
May nangyari na po ba sa inyo na meron kayong naging client na may negative parang hindi sila satisfied, gano'n? Ano po, how did you take it po and how did you use it for improvement?
Actually, for that, no, we're thankful then for clients that have feedbacks that actually we do not want to hear. So actually, good thing about the clients is they tell us directly na I've experienced this kind of situation on my wedding, especially when you started, no, and on the first years of your business, marami kang negative feedback. You should value those feedbacks. You have to treasure them. Those feedbacks will be helping you to improve on your business, on your career. Kasi yun nga, if you think then na as a business owner, kumbaga perfect yung business ko, parang meron kang food store na tingin ko masarap na yung ulam, pero si client sabi niya masyadong maalat, then you won't listen. No? Pero you have to listen to them kasi they're the consumers, kumbaga they avail your services or your products. You have to listen on what they say after they experience. So once the client says na I don't like this one, then we tell them, we thank them first na we tell them thank you so much for your feedback. This feedback will help us improve a lot on the industry. Actually, wala naman perfect na business kahit gaano pa siya katagal. Talaga may negative feedback. Siguro, yun nga, if you will be starting as an entrepreneur, kailangan mo ng lakas ng loob kasi marami talagang mga ganyan, marami negative feedback. Pero ang importante, mas marami pa rin yung mga satisfied.
Positive.
Siguro few lang yung few lang yung negative, pero mostly positive. Kasi pag marami ng negative, there's something wrong that you have to really change drastically dun sa business, no? So we take
Sir,
them and then we give them compensation. Ma'am, we can give you this one na lang. Apologies for what happened. Sana makabawi yan. So ganun lang naman. They
ganun,
understand it.
ganun po pala. How do you separate, how do you separate the negative feedback na will help and negative feedback just for the sake of negative feedback?
Mhm. Okay. For that, no, siguro sa amin, all throughout, no, very, 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 very few lang yung mga negative feedback lang. Kumbaga yung makapag-feedback lang na sa amin, tingin namin, wala naman kaming ginawang mali on our end. No? Pero I always tell our team na siguro on our eyes, we didn't do something wrong. But on the clients, they feel something wrong then na hindi nila gusto nangyari to. Pero what we also consider those feedbacks na negative lang, kumbaga may feedback lang. So we also consider that, then we also account that na we can improve this one. Kasi wala namang mawawala if we will take note and we will try to change. So some of the clients, kasi most of the feedbacks talaga is when it comes to attitude ng mga shooters, medyo yung iba kasi hindi nila gusto yung ganito ganyan. So we tell them na siguro sa next time you can change this one. No, you can do better. Kasi if papagalitan mo lang sila tapos na naman yung event, nothing will happen. So there's always a next time. You can give them a chance. Na next time the client said that they don't want like this, then you can change on the next event. So we can prevent from happening. Pero we cannot prevent all of the negative feedbacks to stop kasi iba-iba yung clients. As I've said, iba-iba. You have to understand. You have to go on their position kasi na sila yung client, wedding ko to, this is my day, especially the brides, kumbaga pag babae, this is my day. So kumbaga I want it to become really, really, really perfect.
Ayun, thank you po. So, hindi po ba it sounds like you're busy most of the week po kasi sabi niyo nga po you have weddings every day. May meron po ba kayong time na sineset para i-train yung staff niyo po? Kasi hindi po ba sabi niyo tumatanggap kayo ng ng feedback and you use them for growth. Meron po ba kayong time to apply this sa staff niyo?
Yes, for that one, no, mostly kasi we're also on the wedding itself. So we tell you it's just a short chat with them. Hindi naman kailangan maging formal na sit down meeting na pag-usapan. Kasi yun nga, I also understand I was a freelancer before. So I also understand kung ano yung feeling na pinapagalitan, na yung pinagsasabihan. So you can tell them politely as parang as a friend na uy, next time daw, hindi daw gusto ni client yung ganito, medyo na late daw kayo, ganyan. So, siguro next time, pwede natin agahan yung punta, agahan mo yung alis. So, parang gano'n lang, short chats kasi, those short talks na magtatatak sa kanila, sa isip nila na, that pala gano'n. It doesn't have to be like very, very formal na you're the boss, you're the owner, then those are your people. So, hindi kami gano'n na I'm the owner, then they're the people na I really feel like being the empowered guy in the company. So we're like friends. All of us are like friends then.
Sir, ano po, is that something you learned as you're being a freelancer and starting your own business, or is that something na yung ka na that type of person na hindi masyadong professional? I mean, hindi masyadong hard sa sa employees mo, sir?
Mhm. Actually, parang ganito lang napansin ko lang my own experience. So if you're not a business owner, you really, really, really love to complain. When you go to the mall, you see something mali lang sa order, you'll complain a lot kasi you don't feel na ikaw yung owner ng business or ikaw yung staff, may nagre-reklamong client na parang una-una masakit sa ulo makahingi ng reklamo sa client. Yun ang pinakaayaw lahat ng business owner. Pero if you're like a normal people lang siguro, you're not running any kind of business, parang ganun yung ugali kasi, reklamador, kumbaga sabihin nila. Pero if you will be having your own and then you'll experience those kind of things, siguro you'll change yung attitude, the way you handle people. Siguro, kasi ako siguro dati when I don't have my own business, parang medyo ganun din. Kunyari, umorder ako sa Jollibee, medyo ganito. So, nirereklamo ko siya, I talk to the manager and all, etc. Pero kung totoo, it's very, very small thing na pwedeng palagpasin. Diba? Pero, yun nga, as I've said, iba-iba kasi yung people. Pero sa akin, that's what I've developed on myself when it comes to attitude or personality. Hindi na ako masyadong magagalitin when it comes to those kind of things. Kasi I understand kung ano yung feeling ng may client na unsatisfied, tapos magagalit siya na yun, you don't know what to respond. So, yun yung medyo kailangan i-change.
Ah. So kumbaga po, sir, you can relate to the struggles po. Ganun po ba yan?
Yes. Yep. I understand the struggles then and the challenges on what they feel.
Mm. So, back to the business po. I think everyone here po may problem sa pandemic. Ang daming businesses na nag-struggle, including yung photo, video industry po na nasa tayo, since mass gathering is prohibited. So question ko po is, how do you see this pandemic as an opportunity to grow your career and business?
Actually pandemic for us, no, it's a little bit kind of a blessing then kasi number one, you can get to stay with your family, you can think of other ideas that you can use on your business, you can actually create other businesses since the business is affected, no. So what we did is during the almost 6-month lockdown, we're just in the house. So I just think of things na pwede kong i-offer new once we get back on the business kasi kahit sinong photo video studio, hindi sila pwedeng mag-shoot since walang wedding. So talagang challenging siya. No, we also ventured out into baking, so we have our baking goods. We also ventured out into disinfection, so we have our disinfecting services then. So that's what we do during the pandemic. Also, we do it also din naman these days, pero it's not more of the in-demand kagaya nung pandemic. So kung pandemic, it's not like a negative na kumbaga nag-pandemic, nawalan sila ng trabaho. We can think about it as an opportunity na to start a new life, or we can siguro we can be the bosses of ourselves. We can stop working if natanggal tayo sa work, we got unemployed. There's a lot of things that we can think to do na as a family para tulong-tulungan yung mga tao. So yun yung nakita ko after pandemic, dumami yung mga businesses din na yung mga homemade lang na businesses. Tsaka nagsusupport yung mga tao. So, they support each other. So, yun yung magandang nangyari ng pandemic.
Actually po, that's very inspiring po for me kasi nung nagka-pandemic parang ano ako ang sobrang down ko, parang hala, lahat ng dreams ko ngayon wala na, down the toilet na. Pero yung user imbes na mag-give up, naghanap pa kayo ng way, nag brainstorm pa kayo kung paano pa mag-continue ng business niya, sir. That's very inspiring, sir.
Yes.
So,
Actually, ang maganda kasi, nung pandemic, most of the people nasa bahay lang. So, we took the chance to advertise more to people kasi more audience. So, kumbaga, once you publish sa Facebook talaga, if you advertise that, maraming makakakita talaga since lahat sila walang ginagawa. So, after nun, siguro we gained a lot of leads, more of the clients, the possible clients. Then some of them push the reservations after na nung ECQ. So, yun yung maganda na nangyari din nung pandemic. Even wala pa silang cash to do the down payment, they considered, no, they thought about that, they think about what our services, then they availed after the pandemic.
ay about that, sir, 'di ba meron po ba kayong kumbaga po yung client nyo po, humingi sila ng meron silang venue na malayo, or sabihin natin sa Cebu or sa Davao, are you willing to po daw to go there po to help them with their wedding?
Yes, actually, we consider anywhere. Actually, also international, we can consider that as long as the client will be shouldering the airfare, the transportation fee, and the accommodation. So no problem with that. Plus, there's an additional fee that we request if it's a destination wedding.
Okay po. So, sir, were there any circumstances na made you think na this is difficult for me, I should stop, susuko na ako, I give up, I'll go back to my previous goals na lang?
Siguro the thing that I can share is like when you got your first negative feedback. When you started that business, everything is smooth sailing, everything is good, everyone's satisfied. But once you got your first negative feedback, it's like parang your dreams are shattered already. Parang I don't know what to do. Kumbaga, this client is mad at me, is angry at us, hindi niya nagustuhan yung services or yung product namin, hindi niya nagustuhan. So that's the very first thing na if you got your very, very first negative feedback, parang masasaktan ka talaga, you'll feel very, very depressed kasi kapag you did everything that you can. Kapag you think that that's my best. Pero yung client na yun, magne-negative feedback pala na hindi niya nagustuhan, and all of the reasons na tingin niya is not correct or not right, hindi maganda. So yun, siguro after several years din, kasi imposibleng tumagal ang business ng several years na walang magiging problem. No, lahat ng business may mga problems sila. Pero hindi nga lang madalas. Pero yun dapat iwasan. You can avoid, but you cannot prevent it from happening. You can avoid, but you cannot prevent. So siguro that's the most challenging sa akin na na-experience ko several years is once I got the first negative feedback from a client, parang ayoko na kaya, parang gusto ko mag-start na lang kaya ako ng iba. Parang siguro I can apply na lang a work, parang you can consider different things. Pero yun nga, huwag ka lang susuko kasi you have your dream. Hayaan mo sila. If they think na hindi maganda, you tell them na lang na, sige ma'am, thank you for your feedback, then we'll improve soon. Then you can give them a compensation or anything. Pero you focus pa rin on what you really want. This is your passion kasi. So wag mo subukan.
Yes po, po na, to be strong even if
Yes.
even if things aren't going your way, hindi po ba?
Yes.
So what is your definition of success, sir? So as of right now, sir, you're a business you're a business owner, entrepreneur. Do you consider yourself successful na? Or meron pa po ba kayong ambitions na gusto pang makuha? Or meron ba kayong something that makes your blood boil? Parang ganun po.
Actually, for me, no, the definition of success, each people has its own definition. So some people they define success as monetary. So if they, kunyari, I'm successful if I have 1 million pesos. Some other people think like that. So iba naman they feel successful once they already got their dream job. So some people they define success when they have their own car, they own their own house, and some people define success lang as if na meron silang complete family, then they earn monetary for living, yeah. Pero for me, yung success sa akin is once I've already become a freelancer, I already considered myself a little bit successful kasi number one, I earn money from what I do. So, yun lang naman yung objective ko talaga na parang a lot of people doesn't trust you. Syempre, you'll be a photographer. You'll let go of everything. Some of your friends are engineering, then you're only a photographer, quote unquote, only a photographer or only sa wedding industry. So yan kasi yung malimit na discrimination ng mga tao sa mga normal people. No? Pero
Yes,
we know naman sa atin. Yep, go ahead.
Sabihin ko lang na may stigma, sir, no?
Yes. Actually, kahit sa mga clients, you can feel them na parang medyo dinadown minsan yung mga suppliers na they think na wedding supplier lang and photographer lang yan. Pero they don't know na, syempre, kahit anong passion naman ng tao, they earn the money the righteous way. No? So, yun nga, sa akin, how do I define success? As long as I'm doing what I love, what I want, and then I make a living out of it, I consider myself successful. You don't have to be like a very very rich people or a person to consider yourself successful. As long as you're doing what you want, and siguro you bonus na yung mabili mo yung mga gusto mo, yung mga bagay na pangarap mo siya dati. Yeah. So it's a bonus already. Pero when you're earning money from what you do, already successful.
I can feel, sir, na you're very passionate talaga sa pagiging photographer mo, sir. And what do you think po should we do to erase the stigma of yung common people about the photographers? Parang minamalit nila, parang ganun po.
Mhm. Siguro for me, no, wala tayong magagawa kasi that's first of all from the attitude or the own persona of that person or that people. We cannot tell them na I'm a photographer, I earn this much of money. You cannot tell it to them directly. Kumbaga sa amin, we just, kasi yun nga, on your first years, on your first days on the industry, yung mga tiny bits of that, parang mararamdaman mo siya ng sobra. So parang dadamdamin mo siya. Pero pag tumagal na, masasanay ka na din. So hinayaan na lang namin yun. If that's what the client thinks, if that's what the client thinks about the suppliers, that we just leave it there. Hinayaan na lang basta we do our job. No? Pero sa dami-daming photographers sa industry, we all know na hindi dapat sila maliitin kasi number one, they're the one who gives memories to the clients that will last for a lifetime. Yung nga yung tagline namin, stories that last a lifetime. That will last several years, you can pass it through several decades on your kids, makita pa rin nila yung picture. So, yes, for me, siguro in short, to fight that stigma, siguro as clients then they can also parang they can also consider kasi those people are also hardworking people na this is what they do kasi also same goes on us naman, we don't do client profiling, we think si client ganito lang, so we don't do that naman. So siguro yun parang ano na siya, minimal na lang siya dun sa environment ng work, hindi naman siya importante din. So kumbaga yun lang yung several nagiging issues sa mga wedding suppliers sa Philippines, yung mga ganun, yung pagmamaliit.
So, sa tingin po ba, sir, it will help kapag maging aware yung mga tao or maipakita sa mga tao yung hard work that goes behind the scenes sa line of work niyo po?
Yep, actually that will really help a lot. No, so they can see like how do they work, how much money they invested in order for them to produce those quality photos and videos that the client gets from that particular studio. So it will really help a lot para makita rin nila na hindi naman siya basta-basta nagpi-picture lang, then babayaran ka. So it's not like that. It's more on the, kumbaga, backstage, more of the brainstorming, more of the experience, several years of experience para masabing nagpicture lang siya tapos babayaran ko siya ng 50,000, etc. Diba?
Yes po, sir. So, last question po, sir. Sir Richard, do you consider yourself a self-made person po? Or are there people in your life na you want to thank that help you get to where you are right now?
Mm. All right. So for that one, actually, I can consider myself self-made on what I want kasi I've found out what I really wanted to do, what my passion is. But I also wanted to think, syempre, number one is your parents kasi they are the one who kumbaga, initiated everything. So you won't find out that you're passionate in editing if you don't have your very very first laptop. No, you won't learn on how to do photography once you don't if you don't have your at least a computer to research on, diba? So you have to also be thankful to them, and also pagdating ng time siguro if you earn your first salary or your first wage on your passion, you can treat your parents na kain kayo sa labas kasi parang they can feel na their son or their daughters are also fulfilling. Kasi sa parents, masarap din yung feeling na makita na ni anak nila very successful, ginagawa niya yung gusto niya. Yan. So those are the factors that really help me to become like what I want, to find out what I want to do. Kasi as I've mentioned, I only got a laptop that time. So from that laptop and one camera, so dun siya nag-start lahat. So paunti-unti, I buy this one kasi you won't be satisfied na yun lang yung camera mo kasi makita kang camera na mas maganda. So, may mas maganda pa ulit, meron pa ulit. So upgrade hanggang sa makuha mo na yung kumbaga top of the line na gamit. Then you'll be really happy to see that kahit wala kang pera. Makita mo lang yung camera mo, yung lens na gusto mo, then you feel really successful on your journey. Then siguro after several years, next na lang yung pag-iipon. Kasi kung talagang passion mo siya, kahit wala kang pera, talagang you'll be really happy na meron kang gears line up.
Ayan po. Sir, thank you po ah. For me po, the thing I learned from talking to you, sir, is na we should share we should pursue what makes us happy. Kasi ako po, sir, I'm very scared po about change. I'm very scared na mag-stray away. Maybe po, pero sir, dahil sa mga sinabi niyo, parang against all the odds and so many experiences na feel nyo, so many failures na that led you to where you are right now, na successful. For me po, sir, you're very successful, sir. Sa tingin ko po, I would love to be more flexible, to try more things para maging successful din, and maybe sir, maging ano tayo, same level tayo soon po.
Yes.
Ayun po, to our viewers po, you can comment down below your insights po, uh, your emotions po sa mga naging usapan natin ngayon. Ay, may nagpapa-shoutout po pala. Miss Sir Aldrin from California. Ma'am Jasmine from Taguig. Hello po. Sir Kim from Muntinlupa. Sir Noe from Bacoor. Miss Riza from Belmanda. Hello po, Ma'am Bianca. So, yun po, if you have any questions for Sir Richard po, please put it in the comments below. Ayun sir, sabi daw, congratulations po.
Thank you.
And I think we can proceed na po. Thank you po viewers for viewing. Sir, this concludes our session, but sir, you have the stage now. Please invite our viewers and please promote your business po, sir.
First, I would like to thank the Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines for this talk, for this interview. One of the reasons lang talaga is that we wanted to also inspire people on to share my experience to them na you have to be really dedicated on what you dream. You just keep on dreaming and dreaming, then all of a sudden it will become a reality. No, kasi us, we started lang with having 100 followers on Facebook. Then after several years, we have already 100,000 and plus. So kumbaga talagang you have to wait for the perfect timing. Pero wag mo siyang iwanan kasi if you started the business, then if you easily like concluded na you won't be doing anything, then sayang lahat yung pinaghirapan. As I've said niya, na maraming challenges, maraming difficulties, maraming obstacles na kailangan iwasan, pero yung iba talaga hindi mo siya may iwasan. You cannot avoid them. So you can, siguro soon, you can think, you can be optimistic and think positive talaga on, especially you're a businessman kasi your own, you are the person that will run the entire business. People will depend on you. So you don't have to be very vulnerable. So you have to be very, very hardworking. Then keep on working lang as soon as ma-achieve mo na yung gusto mong dreams. Then yeah, I want to thank you also on behalf of the wedding suppliers and also Studio 28. No, Studio 28 is we offer premium wedding photo and video to clients that are getting married. Also, we cater debut and other celebrations, and that's our main objective lang. Talaga is to create moments or memories na client will really treasure soon. And what I can say as on my final word na yun nga, all of the aspiring people, you just have to keep on dreaming and dreaming kahit hindi naman siya nakikita sa number of thousands of Facebook followers or the years of existence. It's more of the experience ng mo as an individual that you can treasure that, no, and use it in the future. Siguro pag dumating na yung time, then the spotlight shines on you, then you can use all of those experiences and help and kumbaga serve more people and share your talents. Yan. Yun lang naman. Just two words lang, hard work and dedication that will lead you to success.
Ayun po, narinig niyo po, viewers, hard work and dedication daw. Ayun po, sir. Again po, thank you, Sir Richard, for sharing your valuable time with us today. Alam po, busy kayo. And thank you po for providing us with wonderful stories, tips, and inspiring insights. I hope po lahat ng
Very good.
nakikinig at nanonood ngayon ay maraming natutunan for today's Hello episode. Ako, actually, sobrang dami kong natutunan for today. But we're not finished yet. Let's just take a commercial break for the moment and we'll be back.
Most of us will never do something more daring and idealistic than get married. Make your wedding day extra special by planning ahead of time. On the 13th to 15th of May 2022, we will have the Bataan Wedding Expo. You may notice a variety of suppliers near you and the possibility of having your demands satisfied on your wedding day. Do you want some more? Come see us at Bataan Wedding Expo from May 13th to 15th, 2022 at Capital Square in Bataan. We love you and love to welcome you. See you there! This is brought to you by Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines Incorporated and Capital Square, Bataan.
Ayan po, we're back. And now we're almost at the end of the show. So we wanted to give a quick shout out sa ating viewers. Sir Richard, if you would po, if you know people sa chat po na nag-shout out po, please.
Shout out to everyone who watched, no, especially Michelle Lopez. Actually, she's my partner in this business then. So both of us really dedicated a lot of time on this journey talaga. Also, my parents, actually, Gigi Velasco and Rich Velasco, those are my parents. They're also watching. Very, very proud parents na even on Facebook, they also show their support. And some of the people that I don't know, thank you so much for watching this show. And I hope also after the live, I think they can also get back on the recording. They can watch the segments that they haven't heard. And siguro,
Yes.
yeah, they can
Yes, tama.
also they can value our short talk. No, so it may not be too much of complete, more of the details, pero they get a glimpse already on what you can prepare or expect if you started your own business. Yeah, so thank
Ayun
you to
po.
everyone.
Again po, nagpapa-shoutout po again si Ma'am Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle Lopez.
Ayun na po, sir. You're very lucky po, sir, na very supportive yung partner and yung family niyo po. Again po, all our audience, I hope all of you were able to take notes and most importantly, learn for today's speaker. Uh, Thank you again so much po, sir, for this morning. And as a gesture for our gratitude for your participation, you will receive an e-certificate po. Allow me to read the citation. Ayan. This certificate is proudly presented to Richard Velasco for imparting valuable knowledge during the Let's Talk About Weddings in Laguna as a wedding speaker on May 21st, 2022. Signed by Sir TJ Yuson, the country manager. So, sir, once again po, thank you so much po for your valuable time. And I hope po you enjoyed our talk then this morning.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate, yes po, we appreciate your time being here and we wish you good luck po talaga with your business and we would love to meet you again. So,
All
sana
right.
po
Thank
next
you.
time po, meron po tayo mas daming pag-usapan pa po.
Mhm.
Ayun.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, also.
Yes po. Now to proceed, at this moment, we would like to thank the following sponsors for today's episode. Pent Results, Accounting Portal Philippines, Alabang Real Estate Directory, Philippine Workshops, Mobile Palengke, Philippine Travel Expo, Philippine Virtual Expo, Online Pasalubong Center, and Philippines Hotels Directory. Thank you for your continued support po. Now, but before we end, the WSAP would like to promote our upcoming events then. Our Zamboanga Wedding Expo at KCC Mall, De Zamboanga on May 21 to 22. Davao Wedding Expo at NCC Mall, Buhangin on May 27 to 29. Alabang Wedding Expo at Alabang Town Center on June 3 to 5. Cavite Wedding Expo at District Imus Ayala Malls on June 3 to 5. Cebu Wedding Expo at Ayala Center Cebu on June 3 to 5. CDO Wedding Expo at Centrio Mall on June 24 to 26. Tagaytay Wedding Expo at Forum Mall on June 17 to 19. Pampanga Wedding Expo at Marquee Mall on June 8 to 10. Pasig Wedding Expo at Ayala Malls the 30th on July 1 to 3. Cavite Wedding Expo at SM City Rosario on July 8 to 10. Pasig Wedding Expo at Ayala Malls Feliz on July 8 to 10. Cebu Wedding Expo at Ayala Malls Central Block on July 15 to 17. Pasig Wedding Expo at Ayala Malls Feliz again on July 15 to 17. Quezon City Wedding Expo at UB Town Center on July 29 to 31st. Quezon City Wedding Expo again at Trinoma on August 26 to 28. Davao Wedding Expo at Abriza on September 2 to 4. Palawan Wedding Expo at on July 8 to 10. CDO Wedding Expo at City Mall Bulua on July 8 to 10. Cavite Wedding Expo at City Mall Anabu on June 24 to 26. Tarlac Wedding Expo at City Mall Tarlac on July 29 to 31. Bacolod Wedding Expo at City Mall Mandalagan on July 22 to 24. And finally, Zambales Wedding Expo at Harbor Point on June 10 to 12. All of these exciting events were posted on our official Facebook page, Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines. So please visit the page for more information and updates. Oh, and introducing the new segment of WSAP, the WSAP Masterclass. You will teach as you learn, and you will learn as you teach. It will provide any aspiring Filipino the opportunity to learn more about the various aspects of the wedding industry. This portion will allow them to watch and learn from the pros' advice. We would also like to promote the Wedding Suppliers Association of the Philippines Incorporated membership. Be a proud member. If you're not still a member, what are you waiting for? Visit our main Facebook page and direct message us for your inquiries. So again po, thank you for attending today's Let's Talk About Wedding episode, Eltao. And especially to our guest speaker, sir, again po, Sir Richardson Velasco, thank you very much po. Once again, I am Ricardo Zahari MDS III, this episode's host, now signing off. Thank you for your time and consideration. Stay safe and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.